We all know the bushy beard and flowing mane of Michael Hager, 69th Mountaineer mascot, but do we all know how the iconic Mountaineer came to be? Since the first unofficial Mountaineer in 1927, our beloved mascot has donned their coonskin cap and musket, unifying crowds of cheering football fans. Today, the Mountaineer symbolizes more than football, representing the state of West Virginia as a whole. However, no university mascot is complete without their story. As the spirit of West Virginia, the Mountaineer has a rich, over 90-year-old legacy that deserves to be recognized and remembered for generations to come. As a prospective student last March, I had the honor of meeting Mary Rouge, fellow presidential student ambassador and third female Mountaineer. At the time, the Mountaineer was no more than a Davy Crockett look-alike in the back of my mind, a far cry from the RAT Tiger back home in Rochester. Yet what set Mary apart from other mascots was how personable she was. You knew her voice, her face, her story. The Mountaineer story that inspires me most is that of Natalie Tennant, the trailblazer who paved the way for female Mountaineers to demonstrate their school pride and passion for the Mountain State. It was 1990 and Natalie was in her senior year, pursuing a degree in journalism. She was the 49th and first female Mountaineer, though she was unafraid of the taunts that came her way. Plastic cups rained down from the stands, students cried, "We want a man," and Natalie clapped back, "So do I." Despite being known as the Mountain Deer, she stood firm in her beliefs and carried her musket with pride. Eventually, she used that strength to serve as West Virginia's Secretary of State from 2009 to 2017. The musket Natalie carried was the handiwork of Marvin Watring, man behind the rifle and key contributor to the Mountaineer legacy. Marvin Watring was a WVU alum and skilled machinist, building and servicing Mountaineer muskets from 1977 to his passing in 2018. A talented craftsman when it came to black powder rifles and knives, Marvin was the mastermind behind the Mountaineer's custom .45 caliber Kentucky long rifle. In fact, visiting his mountain rifle shop just outside Morgantown was a rite of passage for newly selected Mountaineers. When WVU's renowned rifle team was reduced to a club sport, Marvin was the greatest advocate for their reinstatement. He supported the team's fundraising efforts by donating handcrafted rifles and knives for auction. Just as the Mountaineer musket has been passed down for generations, Marvin's legacy lies in the hands of his son Gene, the new man behind the rifle. Beyond hand-stitched buckskins, coonskin caps, and custom rifles, there are two other distinct features that capture the Mountaineer image. While we often think of the Mountaineer as a bearded West Virginian, neither of those factors are a requirement. Prior to the 1960s, only one Mountaineer, William McPherson, had facial hair. It wasn't until 1964 that Edward Pritchard, the 26th Mountaineer, grew the iconic beard now considered tradition. The statue outside the mountain lair, dedicated in 1971, likely doesn't have a beard because it was conceptualized before the trend gained traction. Although WVU hasn't had a Mountaineer from out of state since Dan Pearson in 1988, 15 out of 69 Mountaineers have hailed from a total of 9 states outside West Virginia. That's roughly 22%, offering some hope to fellow out-of-state students such as myself. As we approach the selection of the 70th Mountaineer, it's imperative to celebrate not only our 4 finalists, but the selfless Mountaineers that came before them. At WVU, the Mountaineer isn't just a mascot. The Mountaineer is a real person, a student with the drive to succeed not only in their studies, but in making a difference in West Virginia. The Mountaineer is Natalie Tennant forging a path forward for young women like Mary Rouge. The Mountaineer is the Watring family and their Kentucky long rifles. The Mountaineer is Edward Pritchard's beard shaping generations of young men like Michael Hager. The Mountaineer is you and me.